I might as well keep going.
Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Well, where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
Ah,
It was found deep inside the stab wound.
did it match Drake's knife?
You bet. Down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was found in the wound. Neil autopsy report, that is a court record. Switchblade knife updated in the court record. The broken off tip was found in the victim's body, belonging to murderer Joe Drake.
Well, there you have it, in a nutshell. Yeah, that's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it, pal? If it's money. What is it, pal? If it's money. What is it, pal? If it's money you should ask Chief Graham.
It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look in anyway, if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What, really?
But if I let in a civilian in there, I'd be charged with a breach of trust. I'd probably lose my fucking job.
Breach of trust.
Simply put, I'd be canned. I'd be on the street. You gonna pay my rent, Phoenix? I know your broke ass can barely pay your own rent. How you gonna take care of me?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, pal. I ain't ready to lose my job just yet. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Unless you're gonna pay my bills.
How about this ID card, if it was Detective Goodman's?
That won't work either. The data was deleted the other day. He died.
Oh.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting in the office.
I wonder if there's something that we can show him that would make him change his mind.
Okay, we'll make him change his mind. Oh, they always make you show your fucking lawyer badge. Like, you know, like you don't even pay no mind to this attorney badge, but present. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
You show me this every time we meet, pal. I'm tired of seeing it. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge, even if I had ID card would be nice.
Alright, we'll make him change his mind. What is this? Oh, this is old. What is this from? Oh, that must have been the murder that happened in that evidence room before the fake murder took place. Somebody must have used it to bash somebody's head in. I don't know, I'm just gonna start picking random.
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sheesh.
Well, Edward's knife was found in there, right? Well, he likes Edward, so...
Found in Mr. Edwards' car, stabbed with Mr. Edwards' knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Skype to do such a thing? Oh wait, I didn't mean. I mean, sure, of course, someone else did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edwards.
This guy almost made us lose the case today.
What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on his evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about the most officers nowadays.
They would say there's a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded so well.
I have to admit, he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. I don't even know what to show him no more. Do we have anything that...
I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me.
His voice is all fucked up. Like I said, I just... Oh boy.
When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Really?
Yeah, he said, Dick, you should listen to all your troubles.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to the cactus.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, I showed him that. Oh, evidence from a past case of Edward brought back to his office by Chief Police request. Okay. No, never mind.
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes, there's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number.
7777777.
That's the one. 7 too many, Detective. Executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Am I missing something? Alright, what else can I show him?
This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary.
It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective.
I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that?
I think I'll stay out of this conversation.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Gumshoe got the other day. I meant Mr. Edgeworth, not Mr. Gumshoe. I'm Gumshoe. Yeah.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective?
Of course, pal. That's my buddy. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering why the award is a shield. And why is it broken?
Oh, well, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently forgot. Okay, so we got that, we got this. What about this?
Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very impressed, Detective. You knew right off the bat.
Well, I'm a master of misplacement, you know.
Master? That was such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things aren't meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
Wow, a higher power.
Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Man. Oh boy. About this. Yeah, I already gave it to him. Oops. Like, do I have the item that he wants? I don't think so. Let me move around here. There we go. 'Cause yeah, I don't have an item to convince him yet. Forever 24, High Prosecutor's Office, 1202. I wonder if Edward is back yet.
There he is. He looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I had to live past 2 years of my life with these rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
Nah.
That's Edward for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. He's a real suitor, right?
So, what do you want? Like some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and all the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are begging on. I never thought that this case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as the most lists. That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became a prosecutor for that case. I may not have been a part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was the real and the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture, something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend this one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office that morning and then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
So that's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
This picture was hanging on the wall in the chief's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Oh, the vase. The vase is in there. I see the picture now. The vase is in there.
Speaking of that, there's something else that bothers me.
Yes?
That trophy Mr. Marshall's holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official's prosecutor trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind this design.
Story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the war is based on.
Contradiction, huh?
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In China, the word contradiction, hu yin gai xin,
Let me stop. Let me stop.
is written with 2 characters. The first means herald, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story?
Me? Oh, yeah, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it to me, though? Just for Emma's sake, because she don't know.
Very well.
Okay.
Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Yeah, I heard about this tale before. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other.
Various perspective. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you the only one given the shield?
Well, you'll have to ask Chief Grant.
Ooh, he always mess up his name.
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. Prosecutor trophy after the updating court record. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving its current form. I think that's it. I mean, he wouldn't know about the vase, would he? Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Right, please. I'm a prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea?
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards just told you no, in a very stylish manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
Right, I'm a prosecutor in this case. Stop showing me bullshit.
Didn't I show him already? Yeah, I mean, I just showed him it. Yeah, alright, we out of here. Alright, let's get out of here. Something's happening. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, it's her. What was her voice again? Will either one of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Starr, I guess she's out of lunches. Yes, you certainly are curious, sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who sucked on a cow's nipple to discover milk. Still, I never would have thought that you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the Elsa Knight incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very same day the evidence from that case was due for the transferal. This can't be all attributed to a mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? Then Solana stabbed Detective Goodman with the knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Starr's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Alright, we gotta talk to her about this bullshit. Joe Drake? Then that's the name I'll not soon forget. She sounds like Lana. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though he might have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made me all the more desperate. Her. Lana Skyke.
My sister.
The best of the best were put on the S9 case. Of course, they were led by a legendary duo.
Lana and Chief Camp.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked how it turned out. Over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Drake got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence was produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After the case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana transferred to the police prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Skype was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. So, she was being used? Diamond Gant and Lana Skyke. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in his command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Diamond Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract everyone. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though, unless they want their face bashed in. I take it she's talking about the forged evidence. Back then everyone looked up to Lana. All detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always wanted out. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Alright. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief.
That's right. Having solved the S9 case, his position was chief was secured already. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean? That's why Lana was transferred. If he could control the chief prosecutor, he can control the prosecutor's office. Yep. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting to close the bottom. Whoa, close the bottom? Ooh, whose bottom? I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, Ricky. It takes more than just ingredients to create a fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Alright. So... no. Let's get out of here. And so it begins. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
Oh, you came back.
So you're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh. Oh, that DJ. That DJ.
I gotta admire your persistence, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
Now this is the last scene, the last crime scene in the S9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
We got some more stuff here. Well, we learned more.
About that jar? I think I've seen it before.
Somewhere?
Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. Yeah.
This must be the most uninformative detective I ever met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
Chief Gant?
Where could I have seen that before?
Do I even have anything I can show him at this point?
No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murder to touch his own locker.
Hey, wasn't your locker the one with blood on it, detective?
The handprint of the real murderer's glove without any fingerprints.
Shh! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you?
If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. And let me go talk to Lana. She's probably not gonna talk though. Yeah, she's not gonna talk. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside of court. It's taboo, especially when it interests both parties who are involved. She's really mean that.
Lana.
Yeah, she's done. Alright, well, fuck it. We'll just fucking go down the line. Just fuck it. I did that. Right? I did this right. Yeah. Nah, I did that too, right? Yeah, he forgot the story. I did that. Yeah. Yeah.
That photo, Miss Star took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That's Miss Star. She's quite the lady. Why, I remember. It was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am. I wonder what happened.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat that high in high school. Yeah, he told us about blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Oops. And then this one.
Yeah, hey, I brought that stuff too. Now I can go around detecting blood stains too.
Wow, is this new type? Is that a new type? I've never seen this bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height.
Base height. Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula.
You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, not quite the same thing as luminol.
So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. 3 inches or more.
Oh god, I did that too. I did that. Yeah, that don't matter. Fuck. What about this? Yeah. Yeah, I did that too. Yeah. And I did that, and the tape. I didn't do the tape, but
I've been studying up in those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edwards' presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, am not buying it. Pal?
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edwards.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know? After all, that big serial killer was on the loose.
Alana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Drake's guilty. And I did that. Yeah. I don't have anything. That was it. Yeah, that was it. I'm missing something here. Yeah, she's done. Edward's done, she's done. I don't know what the fuck to show fucking Gumshoe. I just tried everything with Gumshoe. Lana, she ain't talking. I have no idea.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutor was.
Yeah. So we got more information on it though.
Say, this design's based on the whole Chinese parable, right?
Oh yeah, everyone knows that. There was a dragon? Yeah, that's a dragon. He had a thing for shields, see?
That's not exactly the version we heard.
No, but this one sounds more exciting.
Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare the details.
No. Come on, Gumshoe. Come on, man. Yeah, it's like, I just need, like, I don't know what to do right here. Yeah, it's like here. So what the fuck do you do? Oh. I gotta go to Edgeworth. That's what it is. Oh, okay, okay. I knew it was something that wasn't here. Like, I knew it was something that wasn't at the criminal affairs. I knew it was something that was here. Yeah, this. Oh my god, like how the fuck would you miss it? Like you would miss that, like you see he's standing right there, like, and this is a little piece of paper, like that's mad hard to miss, yo. I mean that's mad easy to miss. That's ridiculous. I was missing this from the paper. That's so easy to miss, yo. Cause I'm missing something. Cause I went through all my evidence to try to convince Gumshoe, but nothing worked. So I was obviously missing something. But man, like that little piece of paper is like, it's mad hard to notice. Like, this game, man. I swear. All right, let's keep the story moving. I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edward's sitting right there. At least let's, you know, pick it up and take it out of here.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey, Edward. That Detective Gumshoe out in the window there? Oh, no, he's gonna fall to the ground.
Oh, hold on. First, let me see what that girl's doing crawling around my feet.
He ain't even look.
Oh, wow.
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Ah. Yeah, he's had enough. Yeah, he's ready to quit. Resignation? Edward, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right?
Excuse me, I feel like I got a sneeze coming on.
I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. None of it is your fault.
I know. The path I walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I walked hasn't been just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Letter of resignation, put into pocket. Edward's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. Now we go back to Gumshoe and get this plot moving. I would never have noticed that paper. Edward is blocking it, obviously. Then, even then, when you go to examine, like, it's just a little piece of paper. Like it's mad hard to miss, yo. Mad easy to miss. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm mad about that. That shit's mad easy to miss, yo. Cause I knew I was missing something. Cause I went through all of this evidence, but nothing worked. And this is what I needed.
Where's that coming that piece of paper? Huh? Huh? No way! Mr. Edward can't be serious.
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe it. They pushed him this far?
Mr. Edward really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card. Take my ID card.
Damn, his voice is jacked up.
Here, take my ID card.
We can't do that. If someone found out, you're about to lose your job, boy.
They wouldn't even let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret. I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edward. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edward's sake.
Alright, detective. Thank you.
Yeah. If you get caught, I'm gonna say you did it. You took my ID.
The police department's ID card allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket. Alright. Finally, let's get moving. February 24th, police department, chief's office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Here we go.
We're in. If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm coming. If that happens, I'm counting on you two to bail me out.
Eee! So sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Didn't we do this before? Ah! Detective Gumshoe. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us the ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket.
Hey, don't do that to my card. I need that.
Okay.
I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see if we can find out.
I got a bad feeling about this. Alright. Okay. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons?
Sure thing, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor? Do you know how many taxpayers' dollars must have gone into this room?
Now what do you mean we're paying for all this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't even have any taxes to pay.
Shh! Be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he's fitting there.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get it back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Alright, hang on.